Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is another installment of More Than a Minute. Now, if you watch the Money Minute on APY versus APR, you'll understand where we're going to be going with this. I'm going to be having a click-through session here so you can get a visual representation of what I explained in the Money Minute. Some of the concepts in the Money Minute kind of need this accompanying visual representation in order to make them stick. But what we're going to do is we're going to pick a bank and we're going to show you some of the lowest APRs they want to charge you for some of their credit instruments, as opposed to some of the highest APYs they want to give you in order to use your money. In order to keep your money, we want to see the highest they want to pay you and the lowest they want to charge you in order for you to use their money. And then there'll be a little bonus at the end. But we definitely want to touch on the fact that this is how banks make a ton of money, and they bank on the fact, pun intended, that you are not going to know the difference. Now, as always, I love the support. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you're getting value out of these videos, and I'd love for you to like, share, subscribe. Please feel free to give comments. I monitor the comments, and I love the interaction. And once again, I just hope anybody who's watching this gets value, and please share it with someone who you think may get value. And now I'm going to pass it off to the computer, and we'll take it from there. All right, everybody. I'm going to take you through the comparisons that I outlined in the Money Minute for APY versus APR. So for this example, we're going to use Chase. So as you can see here, we have savings accounts. I don't know a lot of people who have them, but some people do still hold on to their savings accounts. We're going to do savings, checking, and their credit cards to show you the difference that I outlined earlier. So when we look at their savings accounts for, the most popular, the everyday that people use, we're going to check through here, and there's their Chase savings and their Premier savings. So I have these tabs already set up. So as you can see here, the standard rates and the relationship rates, these APYs are what they want to pay you for holding your money. And they actually have it tiered based on how much money that you hold with them, all the way up to $10 million. But as you can see, on these annual yields, 0.2%, 0.1%. And if you want to know what the difference is if you have a relationship, that means that you've linked this account with one of their Sapphire banking products. So they give you a little bump. And by little, I mean very little. That's literally 1/100th%. None of these even reach 1%. Now, just to remind you, this is what they want to pay you to hold your money and do with it whatever they see fit. In most cases, lend it out so they can charge an APR. So now, speaking of APR, before we get, as a matter of fact, my fault, before we get to APR, those are the savings accounts. Let's look at the checking accounts. So now with our checking accounts, and you'll see it called many different things, your deposit rates, whatever. So now here, and this part is important, interest is compounded and paid monthly. But these are your rates, still 0.01%. You have relationship rates, once again, 0.02% up to $250,000. So as we scroll down here, in private banking, still 0.01%, 0.02%. This is not looking entirely impressive. Even to CD deposits, it looks like the high we get to is 0.05%. You still haven't made it to 0.1% that they want to pay you. As you can see, the numbers speak for themselves. So now that's APY. That's your annual percentage yield. So now let's go to your APR. What's the minimum that they will accept for you to pay them? So now I know there are auto loans, there are home loans, and those tend to be much lower because you have to qualify for those under much more stringent standards than you do for credit cards. But since most people tend to have a credit card before they have a car and before they have a house, I've just used some of the more popular credit card products. As you can see here, you have the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Freedom Flex, and the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is also popularly known as the Chase trifecta. And we'll get into that in another video. But just so you know, even with the 0 introductory APR on 2 out of the 3 cards, a variable APR you're going to pay is just under 15%, going all the way to just under 24%. And these are zero fee cards that are very popular. And then this is a more premium travel card that is also extremely popular. The Chase Trifecta is very popular. Once again, we'll go into that in another video, but I just want you to know, I want you to be able to compare what it is that they want to pay you for you to give them your money, as opposed to what they want you to pay them should you borrow their money and not have it back on time. 14.99 to 23.74. Same thing again with the Freedom Flex. And once again with the Sapphire Preferred. I mean, they have other cards that are out there, but this is pretty much par for the course, so I just chose these 3 since they're very popular. So now, as an aside, how do you beat it? How do you get better? How do you improve your position? So we have another tab here that I've opened up, and this is the JP Morgan stock ticker. Now, in my previous video, I told you the stock is ownership. And if you notice here, you'll see the price of the stock, but the important thing we want to look at is the dividend yield. What is that? What does that mean to you? That means that this yield, because we know yield means that's something they have to pay you, is the percentage that you'll earn, not by putting your money in their vaults, but by being an owner in the company, by owning a part of Chase. This percentage is calculated as a percentage of this stock price over a year. So if you have $152.14 in your account for a whole year, you will get 0.01. But if you own $152.14 worth of Chase in a year, you will get 2.63. Now, I've not been known to be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but 2.63 beats 0.01 no matter which way you slice it. So that's been a presentation of APR versus APY. I just wanted you to get a visual, and I hope this helps somebody out. And this also proves why it pays to be an owner, a producer, and a lender much more than it does to be a consumer, a customer, or a borrower. And I hope this helps somebody out. Take it easy, guys.